This is a stretch routine from FitShape Personal Training, holding each stretch for 4 seconds. We're starting with an upper calf stretch. Rear leg is straight, the front knee is bent, holding it for 4 seconds. Turning around, going to the other leg, doing the same thing. Push that rear heel into the floor. Turn again, back to the first leg. Rear leg is straight, heel is into the floor, front knee is bent. Last time, upper calf stretch, turning and doing the other leg. Release, we're going to lower calf. So you're bending that rear leg, bending at the knee, sitting back as if sitting onto a small stool. Feeling the stretch in the lower calf, changing sides every 4 seconds. Sitting down, extenuating the stretch more and more with each rep. Moving on to the next 4-second stretch is the hip flexor stretch. Put as much space between your feet as possible. Go down into a lunge position so the knee is just hovering over the floor. 4 seconds, come up and do the other side, same thing. So it's a real flow. You keep moving, just pausing for a few seconds. Doing the other side into a deep hip flexor stretch. Activate your glutes to feel that stretch more. Turning and do it the last time. Going nice and deep, feel that stretch in your hip. Standing tall, keeping your feet nice and wide. Pointing one foot one way and leaning into the side to stretch the inside leg. So if I'm leaning over to my left, I'm stretching the inside leg on the right. Let's do it again. Turn the foot, keep your hips fixed to the front. One knee is bent and one leg is straight. Just a few seconds, then go back to the other leg. Nice smooth transition from stretch to stretch. Moving on, we're going to stand on one leg and bring the knee up as far close as possible into the chest. Balancing for a few seconds on one leg. Repeat, plant the feet on the floor. Lift the other knee up towards the chest. Repeat on the other side. Bring that knee up as far as you can. On the second attempt of every stretch, you should be able to get a bigger range of movement. Pulling that knee up into the chest, you may find one side slightly tighter than the other. Moving on to the next stretch. It's the figure 4. So you're bringing one ankle up onto the knee and sit back as if sitting on a high stool. Press down on the knee. Balance on one leg, bring your ankle up onto the knee and press down on the other knee. You feel a stretch in your glutes around your hip. Let's do that again, changing sides, holding for a few seconds. This is about balance as well as stretching around the hips. Last time. Keep your core activated, push down on that knee, really feel that stretch on the outside of the glutes. Moving on to the next stretch. Hamstrings, slide foot forward, sit back into it. Keep that front leg straight and tilt your hips towards the sky. 4 seconds, come out of that and do the same on the other side. Front leg is straight. It's the front leg you're stretching. Bring that leg nice and straight. And tilt the hips towards the sky to extenuate that stretch again. Last time. Moving on to the next stretch. It's the outside of the hip. So you bring one foot round behind you. So if I bring my left foot in round behind the right, I'm then leaning over to my right. Bringing the right foot behind the left. Then leaning over to the left to feel the stretch on the outside of my right hip. Let's do that again. Left foot in behind the right, or hand into the ear and lean into the side. So I'm leaning to my right, I feel a stretch on the left. And the other side, bringing that right foot back behind the left. Moving on, smooth transition. Next stretch is the chest. Bring your arms right behind you, palms of the hands face forward. Hold it for 4 seconds and release. Let's do that a second time. Bring those hands back as far as you can to feel a stretch across the pecs. Stretching the shoulder and the upper back, bring the arm across your chest, pull your arm down into your chest. Let's do the same on the other side. Pulling that arm down into your chest. One more time. Keep your shoulder back as you pull the arm across the chest on both sides, 4 seconds. Feet shoulder width apart, hands on your hips. You're going to put one hand into the air and lean over to the side as far as you can. And then transition to the other side. 2 on each side, please. Holding for approximately 4 seconds. Try not to bounce. Really exaggerate the stretch, especially in the last rep. And then moving on to the next stretch. Hands by your sides. Bring one ear down to the shoulder. Stretching around the side of the neck, holding for 4 seconds. Release, back to neutral. And then bring the ear down to the other shoulder. Let's do that again. Now I'm bringing my right ear to my right shoulder. I'm pushing my left hand down my side. Let's do the other side. Okay, chin to chest. Allow the weight of the head to gently stretch the muscles in the back of the neck. Bring it up, hold it down. Well done. Good job.